Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Isa with Journey to Programming. Let's talk about your interview expectations coming out of college or coming from a different industry. A lot of us think that jumping into the software world, your interviews are going to be like every other industry that's non-technical out there. You think you're going to have to suit up, talk about what your priorities are for the next 5 years, how you see yourself fitting in this company. And I'm going to break it to you. That's not what our interviews are like. What you guys should be expecting is something a lot more technical, something that's going to prove that you know how to program as well as you know how to communicate at a technical level. Okay, so what you should expect is once you've broken past the application process and actually been hit up by a recruiter, you're going to get tested. You're going to have an online coding test where you're going to jump on a live video chat on Skype, on Google Hangouts, or another platform like that, and you're going to actually have to write code and answer some simple questions, simple relative, of course, but basic programming questions. They may ask you to use a linked list to reverse a string, something simple, something basic like that, or how to traverse a binary tree, okay? But that's going to be your first test. In order to make it to what we all kind of consider the dreaded on-site interviews, you have to make it through that first recruiter call and then an online technical, which is what I'm talking about right now. And once you make it to the on-site, this is where the real fun comes in. So you guys have to be able to communicate clearly and be able to solve coding problems, usually on a whiteboard. Some companies will give you a laptop of some sort to be able to write your code in an IDE, but a lot of them still expect you to write on a whiteboard. So they'll ask you a slightly more complex programming question, which may require you to utilize data structures like binary trees or hash tables, and you have to write the code and all your logic on the board. And what they're really looking for you to do is they're looking for you to break down their problem by asking them questions. So they give you a problem statement, and they may leave things out of that statement to see if you're going to pick up and ask questions and elaborate on it. And they want to see if you can communicate your thought processes and logic to them before you even write any code. And that's going to be a lot of that on-site. So you're going to have to do multiple on-site whiteboarding coding problems by hand on a whiteboard in most cases. And then you'll also have to communicate clearly by showing that you could break down problems and ask questions, maybe ask for collaboration and tips, and really show that you've worked on those skills. Nobody wants to work with somebody who's not a pleasant person to communicate or talk to daily, okay? So they want to test you on that as well as your technical skills. So be prepared for that. If you have not heard this before, check out some of our other videos here on Journey to Programming. There's some great books out there like Cracking the Coding Interview or our own, which will be linked down below on Amazon. And there's a ton of great websites like LeetCode out there, which will teach you or give you the opportunity to practice these coding problems on a web IDE, which is very similar to the coding test you're going to have online before you even make it to the on-site. Good luck, you guys. Practice, apply. Have a good one.